have seen a recording on it, you have an idea of what this looks like. And but the idea here is that Shakti will be channeling a Sirian guide today, and we'll find out a little bit more about the guide itself and then even just the topic in a bit, um, to get some clarity around the exact area that needs to be talked about today. And sometimes it's just co-created in the moment. And if there's any questions that come along, so we'll use that first 15-20 minutes to just get acquainted with the being, and then we'll have a meditation in between, and then at the last third of it is really Q&A back and forth. So if you have any specific questions pertaining to what you've heard or what is coming up for you in that moment, feel free to just let me know in the chat. You can type the question in and we'll work it that way. So I know Shakti is just tuning in.
Yeah, before I go in my la la land here, I want to just share that I am channeling Sirian energy, and Sirian energy is very healing energy, and they're really good at, they're very much present in water element, and they're really good at going into places where our awareness may not normally go. If you have, let's say, a structure or a metallic thing, and sometimes you try to take a wipe and you clean it out, your wipe may not go everywhere, but the water, once you put it on the ground and you turn the water hose on, water gets everywhere, right? It just clean out everything that is there. So Sirian energy is very much about helping us. How do we stay truest to ourselves, true in our heart, in the smallest molecule of our being? So that is what the gift they are bringing forward for us. And one of the best ways to work with this energy is not worry about the talking as much, but step into the feeling space. And it's like, invitation is open if you want to lie down and just receive and just kind of be aware of your body and what you're feeling in the body. It's really good to activate that feeling portal and help us develop that awareness of emotions. Sometimes that is hard for a lot of us, right? We are programmed differently on Earth. So that's kind of the invitation for today. And it feels like I am channeling a group. Like it's not one being, one guide, but it feels like a collective, just transmission of wisdom that wants to come forward. So there is a name that you can always ask them when they come, but I just want to let our little group know what I am feeling already. Any question that is coming up that I can answer? Any? Okay, all right, let's get the show on the road then.
All right, so we'll just wait for you to tune in, and let me know when you're ready.
And in the meantime, if you could take a moment to set your intentions. And just find a comfortable seated, laying position. Come back to your breath. And if you could type in the chat window, what intention are you bringing in? What is alive in your heart today? What are you ready to let go? What are you calling you in your life right in this moment? All right, Mitesh, over to you.
All right. So welcoming you and this journey that we have together for the next hour. And really first, as we all set our intentions, whether it's about learning about your truth, looking for clarity and validation, or recognizing and releasing something that no longer serves us, and really just bringing in that gratitude with all these intentions that we put forth. Just looking to also get a sense of your energy, of this Sirian energy, that is there a name that we can identify you with, and the collection of beings that are here today, what is your intention?
You can call me Sahasra. We are bringing forward this opportunity to purify the planet Earth through this transmission, through this healing. We are here to anchor on more light, and to bring forward a perspective that can be useful for the collective in raising their vibration.
Okay. You mentioned the word purify. And so at this point, what is the specific area or energy that needs purification?
We are purifying your bodies, any power struggles, competition, and anywhere our power is compromised.
thank you for that clarification, Sahastra. And I have just one more follow-up to that, is that, you talk about power struggle, and there's a curiosity that I have in terms of how do you be in your power and still not either overpower or compromise somebody else in their own power? Where's that fine line or that delineation that we can be aware of?
We are leading you in more heart, more unity, more union with each other that creates harmony on the planet. And this journey is about seeing the relationships as others, to simply being a part of you.
Yeah, that seems to be the biggest hang up and trip up in this human existence, is that seeing ourselves as separate from others versus seeing them as a part of us, or an extension of us. And so yeah, we'd love to hear any guidance around that, on how we can really step into that unity, that harmony, that ability to see everybody else as a part of us.
You are being reminded of a time when you decided to come on earth you used this master design to create infinite ways of coming back in your power, the power to recognize who you are, the power to recognize the one that you are. You are every ascended master that walked on the planet. You are every leader that you admire. You are every deity that you pray to. And all these human beings are created to help you align with that recognition, to help you remember the infinite ways of coming home to your truth.
So it seems like that's the service everybody is doing in just being themselves, is somehow reminding us about ourselves. And what can enable us to embody that remembrance and to really hold it in our muscle memory so it's not as easily forgotten?
And spending more time opening your heart with practices of singing, dancing, serving, seeing everyone as close as you can to your own blood and flesh. Validating, recognizing the contribution they make in your life. And coming back to your truth. You are a powerful creator that created this life, these relationships, circumstances, all and every part of this existence to come to this recognition.
Okay. And so we'd love for you to lead us through a meditation to help us really integrate that and allow us to really step into this place that can be a glimmer or even an example of that for us.
Breathing in and breathing out. A remembrance of who you are. Regardless of your age, how you live your life, the choices you make, the times you're in. Remembering that at all times you are a child and just as a child wants to be loved, be held, you have similar needs, similar aspirations to be given love without conditions. Taking a moment to bring your hand on your heart. And hearing your heart beating With every heartbeat, it's a call to dissolve back in love. Anything that is unpleasant, anything that doesn't feel like love, letting your heart, letting your breath bring it back in love. As a baby, your sources of love are not outside of you. They're right inside in your heart. And just by you moving your body, the breathing, you can release lifetimes on earth spent looking for love. Lifetimes of karma with other beings and relationships are wounding, feeling alone, feeling isolated. Bringing light in your body, everything you need is right within you. Every void you have can be filled by you. Letting these babies be held in that validation. We will offer you sound vibration. Simply receive. Letting this vibration offer you safety, feeling held, feeling certain, feeling loved by the source of love in your own heart. Kartuma Kaya Yuma. Yara. Viva. Nikosi. Layama. Yamaha. Nashkara. Yuhuna. Yani He Marisa. Yani He Marisa. Namaya Puresha Sindhuma Yamloti. Keep breathing. Inviting you to release any abandonment, any separation that you may have felt from your own heart in the process of seeking love. Calling forward any programs, conditioning that keeps you in a war zone with those who are closest to you. Anywhere there is a sense of power, or a lack of power, ranking of power, absence of power, there is only one truth. You are all that is. You are that ultimate divine power. You are that ultimate source of power. Calling forward any warlike energy, any proving, control, lack of freedom. You can't have your way. You're not safe in asking for what you want, claiming for who you are. Clearing out those belief systems and making space for your potent truth. There is only one, and that is you. Letting that truth flow in your body, flow in your feelings. From here, bringing in that butterfly essence, where would you go from here? Where would you take your truth, your presence, in that excitement? Keep breathing. Supporting you in disintegrating this human family structure. Bringing in sovereignty, excitement, support, joy. Where will you go in that joy? What are you being called to right in this moment? Knowing that you are safe in answering the call of your heart. Keep breathing. With that, you are complete.
Okay. Well, thank you for leading us through that. And I will open it up for questions. If you have questions, feel free to type it into chat. And I'll kick off a question just to get us started. So with this, sometimes it feels like the healing takes place in a very unconscious place. And does that indicate anything about our own readiness for it or the ability to kind of integrate it?
You are ready. You're simply supporting your mind to feel safe in receiving without filters. There is deeper grief that most humans are afraid to feel, to express. And it's simply accepting that grief.
Thank you. And as a collective group here today, what was the primary area that you saw helping being released, or even energies that were brought in today? If you can describe that for us, that would be great.
We supported you in coming in more unity with each other by clearing out this illusion of separation. We watched you release layers of disconnection from your own bodies, just volatility in your belly, almost like fiery spark. Things have to be tangled up. And we help you clear a lot of karma from other lifetimes around your definitions of love, seeking love, offering love.
Thank you. And we have a comment here from Brianna. So she noticed herself being supported and further seeing and clearing the ego dynamics that disconnect her from the collective. So in alignment to what you have just said, that we are one, and allowing the density that prevents the clarity to flow. So in integrating this, what is one piece to anchor on as we move forward on this healing?
Choose your steps, your actions, your reactions from the place of remembering that you are that whole, complete vibration of love. Honoring your emotions, your feelings, as your feedback to when this truth is compromised. To use that as an indicator of coming back in alignment with the vibration of love that you are. That's all. The emotions are created for not a yardstick to measure who you are, what you should do, where can you go. It's simply a tool of coming back into alignment with your heart.
Yeah, appreciating that. And a question here from Lisa is that, when it comes to doubting ourselves and in our decisions, what's a way to, in her words, combat that, or to overcome that?
Every doubt is presenting a mirror to look into yourself. Where do you not fully agree that you are worthy of receiving your intentions fulfilled? Every doubt is simply reflecting back to you to go big, to know that you are big, to claim big things in your life. Looking back into childhood, all the instances where you may have not received what you wanted, coming into stillness, into a pause, and creating new thoughts, new beliefs of worthiness. I am worthy of my bigness. I am worthy of receiving all big things. I create big things. It's really developing that practice of meditation, pause, silence, to hear your inner truth again. And disconnecting from the doubt, not acting on that doubt, just knowing that the doubt is helping you to actually go much bigger than what you're even looking at.
And as a follow-up to that, just to piggyback on that, so doubt arises from the mental space, and the message you said earlier is to come back to the heart space. And so how does that, I guess there's a loop or a process or some sort of cycle that happens where if something originates from the mental space, using those feelings and emotions as well, giving us that or enabling us this ability to come back to our heart. Like, if you can clarify a little bit of that process, that would be helpful.
This process is taking place in your body as your heart beating, your breath flowing. And one question to ask in that process is, whatever I am thinking, do I believe that I am safe and I am loved? Every thought that you have, is it rooting from the belief that you are safe and you are loved? And that will right away bring you back into the heart.
So it's almost in that moment reminding ourselves of that just mantra that you said, that we are safe and we are love, we are in love, or we are. Okay. Thank you for that. And another question that has popped up is, how can we know when to stay the course and continue in what we previously understood to be our path? And when can we be clear that it is time to change course? So when to stick with the path and when to change course? How do you distinguish that?
when it is time to change the course, you will have a grander vision that holds more love for your being. When and at that time, your inner being will choose more love. This is inevitable. It's effortless. Nothing needs to be thought about this. It is going to feel more exciting, more purposeful, more enriching, more joyful, more the path of love, peace. When you start developing the thoughts, the roadblocks are too big. Not sure what will happen. When you start predicting the negative outcomes, not the outcomes that you want, the other outcomes. That is an opportunity to align back to love, your worthiness. Is that helpful?
Yeah, that certainly provides some clarity there. And as we get close to wrapping up, any final thoughts for the folks here that are live, or even those who will eventually hear these recordings, on something that they can take away with them as a key piece? And it could be something that we covered already, but just something that, one message for us to all leave with.
There is only one truth, that you are it. And that's all we want to say. You are so loved and supported. Beyond words, beyond time, beyond limits, beyond everything and anything. You are it.
Hey, we are it. Thank you. Thank you for that. And appreciated your time here and your insight as we get to know you, and thank you for this healing that you've provided for us. All right, well, welcome back. How was that experience for you?
Sorry, 1 second. It was like there's lots of power, but it's so loving power. Like, it's not the power that we understand it to be, Like, power is usually needed to kind of win wars and like prove that you can do something. It's just very like, okay. How would it be like if I'm the only one on the planet? I can like design this planet however I want, like that power, you know? It's like, what if like I am playing a part in the puppet show? I'm a puppet, but I'm also the one holding all the string. Wait a minute, what? So it's just very interesting.
So it's more like a power of creation versus power of trying to fill a void or fill something that's not there.
Yeah, that's a good way of putting it. Yeah, in words. Thank you. Yeah, how was it for you all?
Yeah, it was really cool. Yeah, it was a very timely message and advice. So I appreciated that.
Yeah, it's so different than all the work we have done, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Just yeah, we've started doing this in the summer. In this summer, actually, I'm loving it. I just love channeling so much because you get to connect with such pearls of wisdom that are so like sometimes out of human reach. So it's just nice, fresh perspective on life, and I feel like I've personally grown a lot. Just feeling all that energy in my body.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that message was it's really a beautiful reminder of that knowledge, that wisdom that we all have inside of ourselves. Thank you.
Thank you. And it feels like we know this, like duh. Yet it feels like new every time, huh?
Yeah.
How was it for you, Mitesh?
Yeah, this one was, just a reminder once again, like stepping from the mind to the heart, and that kind of just seems like that's where we all need to go as a collective, is to kind of come back to that heart space, is to just recognize our own power through our heart, not through our mind, but through our knowingness of like, hey, this is, you have it here all. And so yeah, lots of reflection today rather than facilitating. It was more like making me kind of go a little bit deeper in me, and which was my intention, so which is pretty cool.
Awesome. How did that feel? Anything different in the body? Any sensations, if you have noticed by any chance?
For me specifically, or
everyone?
I'll just, since I'm here, yeah, I felt in the meditation going a bit unconscious. I'm a little tired today as well, but that seemed like it was a lot, but then it all worked out.
Yeah, it was really relaxing for me. Yeah, I just kind of felt like lulled into the messages, but like not falling asleep, but you know me, Shakti, I fall asleep. But kind of like, because before this I was swimming, and I love to just like float on my back and just like my ears, your ears are in the water and you're just like, everything's muffled and it's just so relaxing. You're just floating. And that's kind of what it felt like.
That's exactly where I was too. Ocean, like swimming in an ocean and just like in deep water. It's like, yeah.
Yeah.
That water just helps integrate it so much more.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll call it a night. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Thank you for coming by, Lisa. I appreciate you. Good to see you.
Yeah.
And thank you for facilitating, Mitesh. As always, you've been very
Absolutely.
helpful.
Ash.
Yes, thanks again. Yeah. Appreciating you as well, Lisa.
Yeah.
All right. Take it easy. Good night. Bye.